This is a hot topic. Will this help me prepare for the RCES? So I have a lot of people asking for an RCES study guide. It is in the works, don't worry. But this I felt needed to come first for me so that I could learn. So two of the contributors on here are RCES already. One of them is actively studying for it. And then I have a couple of others of alumni who took it in the last couple of months who passed and kind of gave me feedback on that. Because I asked them, hey, what like makes sense to be in here as an orientation manual? I know the RCES, it is supposed to be entry level, but there is some kind of more complex stuff depending on where you are and what you're exposed to. So normally, like my RCIS study guide has a wide breadth of stuff, right? You have structural heart and some more advanced things in there that you're not going to find in an orientation entry level book. But what I did is I got all of their feedback who have taken the RCES, who are RCES. I then went online to the CCI topic list, which you should definitely look at. I dissected that out and compared it when I was in draft and said, okay, what can I kind of add in here? So I added some more on antiarrhythmics, some more on pharmacology. I made sure to include the radiation safety stuff because even though EP doesn't use a ton of fluoro, there's still a radiation section in the RCES exam. ABGs, all of that pre-procedure stuff that's still in there. Then I made sure to focus a lot on intracardiacs and not just for the purpose of testing and exam testing on little components and things that in real life when you're doing the procedure you might not talk about and you might not explain to somebody, but when you're learning from a textbook, you need to know it because it is on the boards. So I have made sure to address that, either if not a full page and a little excerpt on the side, like, hey, FYI, this is what this is and this is what it's used for and why it's important. Same thing for example, because there's not a lot out there, I wanted to include bypass tracks and accessory pathways on here. I know it's more for peds labs, but all of those questions are on the RCES, so I made sure to include them. The only thing that I would say is really beyond the RCES, because the exams are always a little behind, is the PFA, the pulse field ablation equipment. I included all of them in here most all of them that are currently on the market. That's not going to be on the boards exam because they literally came out in the last year or two and the boards exam's always behind. So you're going to have probably a lot more information on here for real life application than what is tested, but you're also going to have all of the foundation that is tested. So it is a great supplement. However, make sure, please, you personally print out that topic list and go through a checklist of everything that you feel comfortable with, of everything that you've read in here that makes sense to you, and then highlight the things that maybe I didn't get to, or maybe you have never seen and you need to supplement with other things, because that will definitely happen. Once I have the RCES study guide out, I will let you know. That will probably be sometime next year, so please be on the lookout for that. But this is definitely better than nothing. In my opinion, if you can have a really great foundation and something that makes you feel confident and comfortable with what you know, you can start diving a little deeper into some of those topics that maybe I didn't get to. And good luck.